So
Well,
what I'll
or the
do,
camera. They don't sell cameras there though.
No, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah, but we'll just probably nick to red carpet and get a camera there. So Danny, of the various zones we've passed through, been in, or talked about, has any of them caught your interest? I suppose is a
Well,
good starting
it'd
point.
be it'd be intriguing to stay here and try to figure out what's going on in this little town, but also the what's going on in the school seemed kind of
There's
troublesome.
several, yeah, there's several things. There's several plots going on in the school.
There's
Are you
several
any
plots
good?
going on everywhere.
Yes. Are you any good at lock picking, Danny?
He looks at his like past life as an Olympian athlete. I didn't know I needed to train in it.
Actually, I am.
Oh
Or no,
wow!
wait, hold on. I'm good at lockpicking electronic locks, which I don't think is actually going to come in handy here.
Not the location. No, that would be really handy in Night City, as there's lots of electronic locks, but not
I
at the.
hate that place.
I think I even put that into the wrong place. I meant to put that in mechanical and accidentally put it into electronic. That's whatever.
You get a free after the first session. You get a free
Yeah.
rewrite because all skills. I think these guys will tell you all skills are potentially super useful, but it's just how often do they come up
Yeah.
Mhm.
and where are you? You might need like to be able to ride a horse, and then within that same session you might need to fly a spaceship, and then in that same session you might need to fucking figure out
Scuba dive in
geology.
caves,
Yeah.
and
So
then lots of swimming roles.
it really just depends on the kind of lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You're never going to have skills to cover everything.
Yeah.
No, you
Um,
gradually build up. Ones
Yeah.
you use a lot will go up.
hmm
And even though the same skills, many of the same skills are useful for everybody, like dodge or whatever. Not everybody gets even close to the same skills. These two guys are very different in their areas of expertise, and they've both been playing a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think
So-
we can call it quits on the tour. If you
All
guys
right,
have
so-
things you want to try to get done.
No, as I said, my main reason for coming here was to get the Ovaltine rings, to restock on some Ovaltine rings, Dakota rings, as they're quite useful. All right,
I'm
so
happy going up to school if you want to go.
yeah,
and do
that's
stuff
what I was
there.
going to say.
Okay.
We can look at heading back to the school. Being that it's daytime and it's several hours before night, potentially means we'll need to go in via the other gate.
Oh, that's right. There's no barber shop in the school.
No, but there's
We can return. Oh,
no, well, there's we either go and we hang out somewhere till night, as in we travel to the Gothic San Angeles, wait till night, and then use that gate, or we go to 19th century Genovian city in the 19th century, where it has a stream, a small river that if you
Yeah.
travel down.
Do you remember how much of a problem we had that time?
It shows several cuts of Joshua McKay nearly drowning to death.
So I
Maybe-
was thinking about that, and it occurred to me that we just buy a rowboat, or we hire a rowboat, and
Well, if you go to like modern day or something, you can get fold up rowboats and shit. Modern day stuff has lots of.
We had a
shit.
rowboat, didn't we? We just none of us could use
we had a gondola.
gondola.
That was the problem. We had a polling boat, not a rowboat.
Maybe
yeah.
maybe we could return to the Gothic place until night, and there we can stock up on supplies, buy fresh clothes for when we have to travel, so we're not always wearing these.
Yeah.
Do you think rope would sustain through a portal?
I don't know. I've been thinking about experimenting, throwing stuff and
You can almost
seeing
tie a
if stuff
really
like rope.
really thick rope, tie it on one end, go through the portal in a boat, and then tie the really thick rope to the other end, and then you can just
Basically,
pull yourself along the rope.
yeah, basically like they used to do with certain barges, having a rope with through rings on the boat, and you pull the rope.
That's
You
it.
pull the boat along the rope.
Yes, boat on a
Are
rope.
you saying you don't want to build up your gondolier skill you've been working on?
What is it at the
Well,
moment?
Probably
Yeah,
less than
it's-
hobbyist. Oh,
it
by the
is
way,
less than, less than hobbyist.
when discussing skills, Jordan, there are 3 different general levels. Hobbyist is 30% or less. Do it as a living is 60% or less. And really good at it is 90% or less, because we never talk numbers. So if I say, hey, what's Joshua's evidence analysis? He might be like, I'm super good at that. Or he might say, I can do it as a living, or whatever.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, but yes, we could certainly experiment with something like that, assuming that someone doesn't look at the rope and wonder what's going on. Again, the only issue of going to the 19th century location is if the guards are on the lookout for us.
hmm
Yeah. I'm sure that they wouldn't fucking harass Alex Kinley at all.
What are you
So,
trying to say?
as you can see, Jordan, there are certain zones where they are fucking heroes, and other zones where they are like, we're cautious about going back there for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
which is great.
Understandable.
Then they get to keep track of all that shit.
Unless you have thought of a solution for the political situation, Alex.
Not in the couple of hours I've known about it.
Especially the couple hours that you've been drunk half the time.
That's true.
All 3 of you take a card. That's lovely.
I normally do better though when I've had a bit to drink. The creative juices flow.
You've seen the juices dribbling out of his mouth as well.
Yeah.
Oh, this is sad. I feel bad for this one.
What's that?
It's a card I just
Oh.
drew.
Play
Oh,
immediately,
no.
Soul Survivor. Cool.
Who?
Yeah.
So Jordan's the sole survivor. Everybody else discard all your shit.
Bye bye.
I'm so sorry.
Bye bye, reroll.
Yeah, it happens.
Hey, you've got the best luck of the group so far.
That's the nature of the game.
There's nothing more depressing than when the new guy comes on and he doesn't know shit and all of his dice rolls are in the 90s. It's just like, those we don't see often again. They're like, nope, obviously everything is horrible.
Obviously, no one wants me here. Faye has decided I don't belong here.
Yes. All right.
So
Before we head back to the school, is there anything you want to get to take back to the school with you? Keeping in mind that they don't tend to allow too many possessions at the school. Hence why I had
Are we
stuff
stopping by
hidden.
the Gothic era again thing?
well,
we can.
where are you going to
We can
shop at?
also-
Because
we
the
can
best
also
area
visit-
is not the Gothic and
No,
not
it's not.
the.
I'm thinking red carpet
Mm.
to get the camera, etc.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there an antique store to try to find like a camera that runs off film instead of some of the magic or whatever it is that they would try to use?
You don't. No. So we've got there's a
we're going
zone
somewhere else.
in the 21st century.
Okay.
That
They're going to take you somewhere new because you haven't seen enough shit yet.
that all we need to do is go to a camera store and we'll be able to get a film camera there because
Okay.
they will have both digital and film at a camera
Okay.
store. We can even get those Instamatics and stuff like that potentially.
All
All
right.
those party Instamatics that you can get nowadays, depending
Okay.
on what level of sophistication you want, or a proper
Yeah.
full digital camera.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So, Alex, was there anything particular you wanted to do before we buzz off?
No, I'm good to go.
Do you want to say goodbye to your pals so you
Yeah.
just don't disappear into thin air?
See you later, guys. Keep up the good work.
They all give you a standing ovation and tell you other two that you are welcome at this camp and to come visit Kinleyville whenever you'd like.
Thank you.
Any friend of Alex's, somebody whose leg will be humped, says Mr. Pickle. I mean, what I meant to say is, he looks embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Good to know.
Good to know.
So you guys head over to the barber shop in Burlington. Clem still there. You've gotten in before closing time. Good for you. And he goes, "Hi, what can I do for you?
Shave, please.
Hot towel?
Yes, thank you.
Where are you going back to?"
Red carpet. San
Very good.
Angeles.
He does the exact same thing where he sits you all down. He puts hot towels across your face and stuff. And then eventually the hot towels are taken off. You're still in a Clem's barber shop. And he goes, "Shave?"
No, we're good at the moment. Thank you, Clem.
All right. And yeah, he holds open the door for you guys so you can leave. And you're in modern day, it looks like a Los Angeles type of place, big buildings, cars, stuff like that, riding around. And Jordan, you see up on one of the marquee billboards a big poster that has a very cheesy science fiction looking thing, and you see both of these other two in like some sort of costumes, and it's called Handy, and it's the wacky lovable robot.
Handy the wacky lovable robot. Okay.
Apparently these guys were in a TV show that's being advertised as a retro show that's currently on the air.
Okay.
It's a bad TV show. And Andy is in no way a knockoff of the Handy from Fallout. Anyway, we get a taxi.
No problem. Do you have San Angela's money?
Nope.
No problem. Yeah, the cab driver doesn't know that. You guys are kind of dressed like, I'm a rugged outdoorsman hanging out somewhere. And so he doesn't think that you're going to just fucking not pay him. So he asks you where you'd like to go to.
The mansion. I give
No
him the
problem.
address at the
Yep, he drives you guys to a big fucking mansion. And above the, who was Alex the first A-lister?
I can't remember if it was
No.
Alex or Doc.
No, none of us were A-listers. We're B-listers.
No,
You guys,
B-listers.
B-listers. Got it.
The
No problem.
Doc was the first B-lister, and then I think it was me.
You guys pull up. There's an Indonesian guy with like the small hat and stuff who comes out to see the cab, and he kind of goes, and he goes over and he goes,
Yes, thank you, Jim.
yes. He pays the cab driver. No problem. He says, who is this new gentleman, sir?
This is Daniel Roberts.
Friend of yours?
We'll need to we'll need to
Excellent.
get what's his name? Elliot. That's it.
Very good, sir. Miss.
Actually, that's going to be a very interesting thing. Let's see whether or not his stuff is here.
Miss Bumgardner isn't with you, is she?
No. Why is she done this time?
Well, my wife is still taking counseling, sir.
Yes. No, I understand, Mrs. Yeah, and
It's not funny,
Mrs.
sir.
Bumgarner. No, it's not.
Walking
It's not
into a
funny at all.
basement and seeing that is something no rational person should ever have to see. And sir, Mr. Kinley, if you please, she bought 4 new freezers to keep things in. Horrible
And
things, sir.
and they
Sir,
should have
stop
been moved.
laughing. He looks like
They
he's ready to cry as Alex
They
is
should have been moved by now.
Well, they have been, but that's not really the point, sir. It took
No.
so long to get the stains out of the carpet.
Has her girlfriend turned up here, or is the girlfriend staying at the other place?
No, sir. I haven't heard from her, although I did get a strange letter that was just addressed to the house. So I took the liberty of opening it, but I don't know what to make of it, sir.
Okay. So
I
she
can
hasn't
show
come
it to
back
you if
from.
you'd like.
Certainly, she hasn't come back from our trip to Israel. Then, potentially.
Not as far as I know, sir. It's
Okay.
good to see you back. The studio has been calling. They're wondering when you'll be available.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
apparently, they're going to shoot another episode of Handy, sir.
I'm sure they are.
By
Unfortunately,
episode, I mean season.
yes.
And by season, I mean a hard shooting schedule.
Yes. All right.
But it pays the bills,
Yes, it does.
including the cab money, sir.
Yes, indeed.
He frowns at you. He looks at your apparel and he says, I see. Will you be going to the opera tonight, sir?
Not tonight, no.
Very good. Please,
All
right this way. He shows you and he says, if you would like to adjourn to the living room, I will have drinks brought to you. He looks at Alex pointedly.
We're only going to be here for a very short time. I just came to grab my wallet.
Give me empathy rolls.
Empathy.
They have a butler,
Yeah, great.
Jordan. God damn.
I see that.
Jordan, does that make your empathy? Success?
Yes, it does.
Nice. Math?
Yeah. One
Picked up
second.
Batan.
Yes.
Right. He looks like he's trying to hide relief when Joshua said you guys weren't going to be here long, but he's way too professional to show that. Right. He takes you into the living room. This appears to be California that you're in by the Californian architecture you're seeing. You're also in the I'm fucking rich as shit and have a lot of property type areas of the town. They've got a swimming pool in the back that looks like it's never been used but cleaned hourly. They've got one of those little robot things that crawls around in it and stuff. Yeah, it looks like quite an amazing place. You're not even sure how many fucking bedrooms this place has. It's huge. He ushers you guys into the living room and goes off, and he comes back. He says, "What will you drink, sir?" To Danny.
Just a tea.
Green, brown, or white?
Green.
Very good, sir. And Mr. McKay?
Just a quick scotch. As I said, we're not going to be here for too long.
And I know what Mr. Kinley wants. So he goes off. He comes back with a green tea, a scotch for you, and a bucket of whiskey.
You guys tend to drink a lot of alcohol, huh?
Yes.
Does it help with whatever horrors you guys have seen then?
Sometimes. Your tarot cards, gentlemen, if you don't mind.
He comes back with an envelope that's been opened, and he hands it to you gravely, Joshua. It appears to be about this big. And
A5 size.
I suppose I should ask quick. I've been to two new locations. When I went to the new location the first time, did I get tarot cards for those other two new locations?
Take a card for reminding me. Thank you. Right. You got 4 new tarot cards then, I believe. Yes.
Interesting, because we didn't get tarot cards for the other locations.
Jordan's new cards include.
So I'm finding that very fascinating that you did. Good pickup.
Yep, good pickup. King of Cups, 6 of Cups.
My birthday's not for another year. I just what was it? 3 of Cups?
King of Cups, 6 of Cups. And 7 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. The disturbing thing on the 5 of Swords is it has 2 swords laying on the ground, and it has a guy holding 2 swords, and then another sword, like 2 swords in one hand, and then another sword point down. It has somebody going away in the background, but the guy holding the swords looks suspiciously like Alex Kinley. And one of the swords, the one that he's holding point down, appears, unlike in the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck. Oh, give me occult rolls, by the way. Maybe you'll pick up some extra shit.
Recall?
Everyone?
Pardon? Occult, yes.
One
I'm
or-
assuming
occult
he'll
rolls.
show it to you
I
eventually.
got my occult.
I've
I
rolled
got
a
my
100.
Fumble. Yes, these are not actually tarot cards. These are giant postage stamps that philatelists like to collect. They are wrong in calling them tarot cards.
Oh.
Alex, you notice that not only is it not exactly like the Rider-Waite tarot deck, but it's your actual sword that you have that's pictured. And that is not the most disturbing thing, because inside of the envelope, yes, I know you'll have questions on the envelope, etc. soon. You are fucking Sherlock Holmes. But inside the envelope is a tarot card of the High Priestess.
Hmm.
Okay.
Now, interesting things about the High Priestess. I don't know what Pete knows, but in the picture, she is pregnant. What's disturbing is that it is Mildred Bumgardner's old face, pre-plastic surgery, i.e. matching her current girlfriend's face.
Oh, Jesus.
And she is pregnant, and she looks sad.
Wow.
This sends
Yeah.
Alex into the giggles.
Oh, my
Again, he
God.
appears to be very amused here. Or it's the bucket of whiskey is helping out.
Ugh, both.
So what else about the envelope?
Right. Give
Postmarks,
me
anything
evidence
written on it?
analysis roll just to fucking wrap that all into a neat Sherlock Holmesian bow.
Yep.
Great. It appears that the postmark is from Israel. It appears that the stationery is very stiff and expensive looking. And it's handwritten, but not by the replicant formerly known as Mildred Bumgardner, who may not be a replicant anymore, or maybe.
No, we know she's not a replicant. Alex and I
There you
was
go.
there for that holiday. Alex
Very
and I
good.
travelled to Israel with the
We did.
the season 2 ended with us in Israel after travelling there via yacht
Very good.
because we couldn't travel there any other way due to Alex.
He doesn't like to fly.
Demons.
Anyway, all right. Interesting.
I also love that when we have a new guy like Jordan, he's playing an outstanding straight man to the insanity that is the campaign. So
Yeah,
well done.
That will change.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I just hate it when new people try to out crazy the old people, and the old people are like, "You're just trying too hard. It'll come on its own."
I just
let-
figured,
Let it come naturally.
especially someone who was like raised as an Olympic prospect, wouldn't drink a lot of alcohol or even like soda or anything like that. They'd
That
probably
makes
be like
perfect
tea and
sense.
water.
Oh yeah,
Do you mind if I take the tarot cards that you've gotten, Danny, and add them to the other tarot cards that we've gotten so far?
Are you sure these are tarot cards?
Pretty sure.
They seem kind of more like postcards to me.
Mm.
Either way, they're I'm
Yeah.
amassing them from walking through the gates, and part of me would rather just hold on to them in case I need them.
The only reason I'm asking for them is that we are pretty sure we need to have a complete deck, and I've currently I've been getting them off the other people to try
Well-
and get a deck together.
When you get closer to the whole deck, why don't you?
Yeah. The only thing is, if you're not around, as I've mentioned before, sometimes people disappear. Then it'll be very hard to get them off you.
I'll stash them somewhere at the
Yep,
school
that's fine. Yep,
near
that's fine.
near my bed. I'm not going to tell you where, but if I'm not there and you have the whole deck, you have my permission to ransack my bunk.
Okay. No worries.
take a card for that. That's awesome.
Give
You
it-
got a ransack.
Give it like 2 hours.
No, it's me you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm there.
Yeah. All right. But
Did you just give me a card, or did you want me to draw one myself?
I also gave you one, but also draw one.
Okay, so I gotta discard 2 of them now.
Yep.
But part of the reason I'm also telling you that I've got the tarot cards is that, and potentially if I'm not around when it comes to fruition, so that you two know, well, Alex already did, but so you know, Danny, about the fact of the other tarot cards. And that's the other reason why I need the decoder rings, is because it prevents the tarot cards are magic.
Yeah.
And you can potentially lose them
Okay.
with the magic item goes bye-bye card.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
So that's why I gave you some decoder rings.
All
to
right.
prevent that. But it does bring an interesting thing. Out of curiosity, I will touch the High Priestess card with one of the decoder rings to see if anything happens.
Yeah. First off, take a card. Second, give me a essence times 2 roll.
Of course, it would be something like that.
Yes.
Let me check what cards I've got. And
Fortunately for you,
good.
Jim is out doing butler stuff, i.e. butling.
Yeah.
So,
That's all right. I wouldn't be doing it in front of this the help.
no, they have enough disturbing shit to deal with already.
Yeah, me.
No.
You, Yana, the other 2 guys. Yeah.
Logan, I make my. I love this. I make my magical analysis skill because I picked that up last. And
he's looking at the tarot cards. And he goes, I know what's going to happen with this.
Doc could not make the roll for his life, and I was like, "There you go. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it." God damn it!
And Doc was the only one who
right.
had that skill. Right. You're thinking after you get a whole deck, then it kind of moves around like a Tesseract box or Rubik's Cube or something like that, and it makes something new. What that is, you're not sure, but you think that it may not be the same thing every time. But whatever it is, it's one thing that it does. And then if you get another deck, which is possible, and you may even already have some duplicate cards, I'm not sure. Pete would know. Then another one may do something different.
Right. So what are we going to do? Try combining cards so everyone gets a full deck at some point?
Well, we
None
didn't.
of you are really playing with a full deck, just so you're aware.
No, I know. But rather than saving, I mean, everyone can save their own cards and eventually get a deck themselves.
Well,
but I think the quick way of doing
originally we were only getting the cards going to the Beastkin Wild West, so we weren't getting, and then we're only getting cards going to certain locations. So Danny getting cards going to new locations is quite interesting. So something's building up. I can only assume by that happening.
Maybe it's like the more travelers we have join here, like the more frequent we're going to get cards.
Maybe.
Seems like, out of game, like the more PCs we seem to get, the quicker we're getting cards.
Or just as Logan wants things to start steamrolling, so we're getting more cards.
Yeah, he's getting bored of no one getting a full deck yet. Like, God damn it, I wrote all this. Why has no one got a full deck?
Because it's impossible with what we were doing. Anyway. All right, so
I've got replenish if we want to blow that while 2 of us are on not many cards.
Well, I've got a golf plus 20 and a big Jim Slade, so
Jim Slade. Well, how about you, Danny? How's your cards looking?
My what?
Your 4 cards you've got. What are they? So if they're not very good, we can basically get new ones.
Are you talking about the tarot cards?
No, sorry, the 4 cards you've got in your hand.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, they're not. I don't know. There's not any that are super great, but there's one that's good.
I would list them off. You don't have to keep them secret from the air players. You can also trade with the air players and stuff.
Grapple plus 20, navigate plus 20, bulletproof, and then wake up is the one that I think is really good.
What's wake up do again? That's just what the instant.
It wakes you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instant wake up.
Yeah. No, I don't think. I would personally. I would get rid of all of those because you could get some really good cards in your the next 4.
Okay. So
considering the nature of the sort of stuff we're doing,
so
I
just
don't
discard them
think-
and draw 4
Yep.
new ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think any of them would be particularly.
Right.
Like, I'm going to get rid of the Big Jim Slade because much as it's a fun card, I don't.
No. So tempted.
Well, you could always trade it to fucking Matt.
Yeah,
I know
I
he'd
can
like
trade
that
it to
big
you if you
Jim
really
Slade.
want it.
Nah, that's all right. I don't need it.
Yeah, as I said, much as it's fun to have, I don't think it's going to be useful for.
Bad Mojo. Everyone drop 2 MP.
You are now all at 2 MP.
Drops
Oh,
two
sorry.
to
2 MP. All right.
What's MP?
Magic points.
magic points.
Oh.
If you don't cast any spells, or do other shit, you're okay. There's other shit now that I think of it.
The Rags to Riches, which is over to the side. Did you get that card, Jordan?
Yeah, I got that. I had to play it immediately.
Because that affects everyone, I think.
Yes.
So you need to advise what it is.
It's just the nudders, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any Nadas?
No.
I did.
So you picked a new card for Nada already?
Yeah.
Groovy. Yeah, the cards, once you get to know the cards and stuff, it's almost a game within a game, and trying to keep the cards going through so they can help you out, and trading cards to other people at strategic times and all that shit. There's more to it than what it appears on the surface.
Oh, definitely, Danny. Jordan. We had. I mean, at the end of the game, we do end of game card play, and that's where we're trying to get stuff to get more hero points for everyone. And I'll tell you what, I've literally spent half an hour before just on end of game card play, where you're just cycling through all these different cards, trying to get cards to get hero points and other good stuff.
Yeah, there's cards that allow you to get more cards and stuff, like the one they recently played. So, right. Nobody else has any play immediately? All good?
Nope.
Great.
All right.
So, you guys are sitting around
money.
with your bags of gold, drinking in a mansion. You're thinking, what an odd turn my life has taken. First preparing for the Olympics. Now I'm having tea in a mansion with a bag of gold and 2 psychopaths. So good news, bad news, I guess.
So the cliff notes of this place, Danny, is that we're all actors, and all
Shit, Penny
actors
picks up a new skill here.
are Highlanders.
I picked
As
up a
in
new
the
skill
movie
here.
Highlander, you can only be one.
Yeah, your new skill is it's a write-in skill called Talent. Although I apologize for interrupting Pete, and as soon as I tell you the new skill, then I'll have him say what he's just said, because it's wildly important. Talent starts at whatever your learn is. Anytime you get a new skill, it's usually at your learn. So you don't know what it is yet, but you can tell that there are 2 individuals close by who have the same skill called Talent. No roll required or anything like that. So, Pete, what you were saying before, you might want to tell him again. I don't know if he knows what a Highlander is.
Okay.
I do know what a Highlander is, yeah.
Right. You're familiar with the film Highlander?
I haven't seen the film, but I've seen enough spoofs of it to know what the gist of it is.
Yeah. So in this zone, actors have the quickening as such, which is the thing from Highlander, or talent as it's called here. So if you fight another actor in a duel, and there's rules about the duel, you can't just track one down and shoot him in the head or something. It's got to be agreed to, etc. You will then absorb some of their talent, and the higher grade actor you are, the more talent you have. That's in a nutshell. The AI of this zone is white. So the whole thing with the talent is linked with the white AI. Other useful benefits of this zone is you heal all the time, as in you basically within 30 seconds or not maybe in 2 minutes. If you were unconscious, almost dead, you'd be fully healed. If that's only those with talent. Swords do more damage if you're fighting someone with talent. Other weapons do less damage against you and others with talent.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is the quirk of this zone.
Does
Yeah,
talent
cliff note, highlight
go
the whole thing.
out of? Does talent carry into the other zones?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, yes, you still have talent in the other zones.
Sorry, yeah,
No.
you still have talent, but the whole thing about healing by having it,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
do not, unless
Jordan's
you're
correct,
affiliated
good
with the
point.
AI like Alex is.
Okay.
Yay!
We haven't we haven't found any other zones where white has influence in that zone. If white has
Yes.
influence in that zone, then talent would exist to the same sort of thing here.
All right.
And we haven't sought out actors in other zones to challenge them to a duel to see if we get anything out of them.
right.
I'm not aware of anybody doing that, I should say. Others may have done so.
I just like how crazy that sounds. We're going to go to other places and challenge actors to duels and kill them and see what happens. What?
It was on my list to do, but I haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's possible that white has got influence in other zones, and in which case, then yes, it is a lot more important.
All right. So is this is the zone where I can possibly pick up a camera? Yeah.
That's why we came here.
Okay.
It's just
I'm
the
giving them
tarot
a card
cards.
for their single-mindedness. That's awesome.
No, that's why I keep saying I was
Love
going to
it.
get my wallet. That's why I came here to get my wallet. So I got money to go and buy him a camera.
Just keep track of how much money you pick up, because you guys haven't got your money is starting to slip in this zone because nobody's been back here making movies and shit in a while.
You know,
But you've still got good
I was
amount.
just going to put it on my credit card.
That's good too. But I didn't know if you wanted to pick up some cash so that you have cashy money to take with you to school or whatever. No, fucking Jim can pay for the goddamn taxis. He likes it.
Well, I was considering leaving money at Clem's, but that could disappear. But yes, no, actually, I was going to get money. I've got about 4 different currencies at the moment, so I will get some hard cash as well.
Great.
All right.
Yes,
Make a
you'll
note
get
of it.
many currencies to keep track of eventually, Jordan, and then you'll start hiding money in different zones and shit. It'll be fun.
Setting up safe houses and safe storage spots and
alcohol
accounts
things.
and
They
alcohol.
actually have huge alcohol amounts here.
Alcohol caches.
It's the done thing.
All right.
All right, we shall get a taxi. Because
Great.
I don't know how long it'll take for the driver to turn up if she's around. Oh, we've got a driver as well, by the way. Yeah. We are, as I said, we're actors. Some of us are C grades, like me, and Alex and somebody else who you've not met is a B grade actor now. They've risen up the ranks.
Nice.
Hence, yeah, where this place is an improvement of our previous place.
Taxi shows up. Jim makes sure that you have plenty of cash on you, and
Yes.
he looks at you expectantly.
Right.
Jim stares at Joshua with expectant look.
We stare back.
Could I please have $48.17?
Oh,
sir?
sorry, my apologies. Of course.
Thank you, sir.
I'll give him a couple $100.
Oh, thank you
cover
very much, sir.
Yeah, I mean, Doc and I had given him quite a few $100 previously and set him up in a hotel and stuff.
Oh yeah,
So-
he's fine. It's just he doesn't get paid like you guys do.
My
He can't afford cab rides.
Who's Jim?
Alex, you know his name's Jim, not Jeeves.
Oh, Jeeves. That's Jeeves, right? Yes.
Jim looks at Alex with hatred.
You're going to end up with a poison Nasi Goreng if you're not careful.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Right. You guys get in the cab, and cab driver goes, "Where to, sir?" He calls everybody, picks up at a big mansion, sir. He smiles in anticipation of a huge tip.
Take us to a camera store.
Right. Let's roll to see how much this cab driver knows. Maybe he can pull you up to. He takes you to a normal store that happens to sell cameras. Apparently, he doesn't know a world of cameras, but you arrive at a store that indeed sells cameras, many different kinds of cameras for pretty much whatever price you would like to pay for a camera.
The best film camera possible.
So old school film.
Yeah, in this kind of strange world that Denny's found himself in, where things supernaturally seem to be occurring, the superstition of supernatural things showing up on film is kind of in the back of his mind.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So I also get some some things that will help me develop the film, essentially.
Now keep in mind, developing film is a whole separate skill than photography, because then you got darkroom, chemicals, and stuff. You can support that skill with chemistry, but for I don't know, 800. Well, you don't care how much it is because fucking McKay pulls out a credit card and bing, the several $100s of purchases go by rather painlessly. You now have a box that is the size of like a backpack, but it's a box, and inside has all the shit to make your own darkroom come to life. And then you have a large camera with several different lenses. Actually, he probably used up the whole credit card, but he has multiple credit cards, so he does not give a fuck. So
including
you have
Alex's.
lots of darkroom chemicals.
He's got mine as well.
Yeah.
So the school doesn't really allow us to bring this back, right?
Nope.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave the darkroom chemicals at your mansion then.
Okay.
Should we pick up clothes to leave at different waypoints throughout?
Yeah. So
Good idea.
we've got some clothes. We've got the rugged clothes that we can just leave, that we bought in the other place. So yeah, we'll get a.
You guys go on a wild shopping spree with plastic, and it just shows like snapshots of like plastic card, money, plastic card, Alex drunk in the background, etc.
There is one other place I'm going to go to. I'm just going to see if I. Sorry?
The knife shop?
No, there's a particular hardware store that I bought several lockpicks from previously.
Oh, no problem. You go in there. This guy only accepts cash, especially for his illegal lockpicks and shit.
Yep, that's fine.
You remember how much they cost?
That's what I'm just trying to find in my notes, because I bought 3 sets the last time I was here.
I'll tell you what, roll a D10 there, Pete. This is how many sets he has available, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be sold out real soon.
1.
Oh, no.
Wow. That sucks.
Right, hold on.
What's that?
I have a supporter reroll.
Okay.
Might as well.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
It'll be an R1. But
Can't get worse than the 1.
Jordan,
9.
please reduce your hand down to 4, sir.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I had more.
You keep saying smart shit, so you keep getting more cards. It's a never-ending cycle. You say smart or funny or useful shit, then cards just fucking find their way to you. It's horrible. I know. But keep in mind, if you have any play immediately cards, and you have to play them, the total number of cards in your hand, like if you have 1 play immediately and then you reduce down to 4, you should be reduced down to 3, because play immediately counts as 1. It's a total ripoff.
Crap. I forgot what I was going to say.
I don't know.
You guys are still on your shopping spree.
Now that I have the camera, actually, I kind of want to pull the 2 of them aside quick. And I'm going to ask them to take off their glasses while I take a picture of both of them.
Not in the street.
Not in the street, clearly.
No problem. You guys go somewhere more secluded so you can make Alex nervous with your quasi-demon box.
No, it's an old-fashioned camera.
No,
But
that's
yes,
fine.
Well, it's not quite old fashioned, and I don't think what did you say 1920s? I don't think 1920s had very good handheld cameras.
Hmm.
the Kodak company.
Right, I think I'm used to getting my picture taken, especially
Oh yeah, well,
on the B-list.
especially when
Yeah.
you had to walk down a literal red carpet when you first got to this place. But
and I
yeah,
was shouting demons.
go ahead and give me a photography roll. Let's see what kind of picture you take. Unfortunately, you can't preview the picture because you wanted an old-fashioned camera, so you can crop our heads off or horrible shit.
Yeah, this is just for his personal use. He's still suspicious of these guys.
I would totally be suspicious of these guys. Great. Did you make your photography roll?
I did. I do
Well done.
succeed.
Great. Okay, so you snap a picture, but unfortunately, you now have to get a whole bunch more before you can actually pull out the film and shit. Yes, I've had to use cameras like this. They suck.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, in our 19 pictures or so, you have several rolls of film. I assume you stock the fuck up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I take, so I'm thinking like what, 15, 20 pictures per roll.
Yeah, you can even get ones with like 48 pictures because you have a modern camera, but it's film camera, I believe.
I'm gonna keep it relatively low just because I don't want to have to take 48 pictures and then decide to go back or
Great.
waste.
You get rolls of film with 20 in each.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. This is more pertinent for later, but I figure I'll say it now. In the bag that I was carrying, I'm gonna stuff a bunch of the camera and the bag of gold to the bottom of the bag, and I bury them under the clothes.
Great. Yeah, nothing makes you so happy as owning a camera at long last, completing one of your first personal missions, the quest of the camera.
Well, I was going to say that should be the name of the
episode.
I was going to say like the camera hunt or the hunt
Camera
for the
quest.
camera.
Camera quest has a almost what's it called where you say the same letter twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find how much we bought lockpicks for. Looking on a
assume
website.
a couple $100 for like under the table shit.
Yeah, I was just looking at a site for how much lockpicks cost in Australia. You can get them for.
Oh, you can buy it for 50. You can buy
$50.
shitty sets for $50, but
well, actually, the cheapest is $30 for like 4
I was
or
going
5
to say
piece.
they're not a shitty set. I mean, you get a good set for $50.
Yeah.
That's how much it cost me.
The high end set, which has got like 32 piece lockpick, is $100.
Ah,
For
there
32
you go.
lockpicks
Well,
in it.
he charges you double to basically. These are not legal to be sold by a store here.
Yeah.
The reason you buy them online is they cheap. So yeah.
So the classic set, like the one that zips open and stuff, is yep, that's fine. All right, so that's $1,800 then. All right.
Okay. Just so you know, Jordan, this show won't air until January because there's a lot of shit between now and then still to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. What else are we doing?
All right. We're going back to the school now, I think. Main reason we came here was to get you a camera and stuff. So
before we go to the school, since we're on our way there, I'm going to change into one of the new sets of clothes I have, since they'll transform with me.
I think he's gotten the fucking knack of plane travel very quickly.
Yes.
Good.
And then when we get back to school, I'll change into one of the spare uniforms I had.
Uniforms.
So I don't arouse suspicion by wearing something completely foreign.
Brilliant.
The other thing we could do is, assuming we go via the smoking room, is we hang the clothing up on the folding screen, on the back of the folding screen, so when we come through, they're there and we can change into them.
Yeah, I assume that I have a couple of different outfits, and one of the things that I wanted was a different outfit for being child size for when maybe I don't want to be wearing the uniform.
You will not wear anything besides uniform at school, unless you're being clandestine and sneaking around, which is why I got the ninja suit for when I was moving around in the shadows.
You could
So
take them to
wouldn't
World
know
of
who it was.
Ninjas if you wanted to pick up more ninja suits, ninja climbing gear, etc.
It was raining ninjas at one stage, not literal. Well, they did come through the skylight, so it was pretty much raining ninjas at one stage at the mansion, Danny. So we have several sets of ninja outfits and various accoutrements that the ninjas were carrying.
Do you want to show them the fucking trophy room?
If you wish any of that sort of gear, including several silence pistols and silk rope, etc.
Oh, if you're offering, Joshua, I'll take a silent pistol and maybe a butterfly knife or something like that.
Yeah, I think there was ninja knives in there. Just keep in mind that we don't know if the silence pistols will work in the
school,
academy, in the school, nor in the Gothic San Angeles zone.
I'll just take the knife.
As a quick side note, in Gothic San Angeles, the pistols that people were wearing were about the same as the pistols the teachers were wearing in the school. Also, it seemed like, unlike Genovia, anybody could buy a weapon there. And what is it? And you have a shitload of gold. So just thought I'd mention. And at that point, the scene cuts to the lockpick losers repeatedly assaulting the same armory, trying to see if there was any pistols in there they could get, and failing. But, I just wanted to mention that because, it's obvious to you guys.
Yes. Why go to the armory when we can go and buy it wherever we want?
Well, they haven't figured out how to get gold yet in bulk, or they don't they don't know people that worship the ground they walk on and name their kids after them.
Potentially, it sounds like they didn't join the dots of we exit this. Either they didn't find the gates how to get out, or they didn't join the dots of going out here, then using claim to go here, and gather resources and bring it back.
In the red carpet, assuming you guys come back now and then to do some acting gigs, the money's pretty plentiful if you're a B-list actor, and it's real easy to get shit. I mean, you can have it next day to Amazon to you and not even leave your house. So compared to the other places you guys travel, this place has definitely got it going on as far as buying shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, you do know of other places where you can get high-tech shit if you wanted, but
exactly,
one of you guys doesn't like to go there because it's full of demons.
Demons.
Yes. All right. All right. Was there anything else you wanted to get here, Danny, before we head back to school?
No, I think I'm set.
All right.
So you've got a silenced pistol and a couple extra.
No. I'm not taking the pistol. I'm taking the knife. Yeah.
I'm sure that won't get a student in trouble at all.
No, that's why I'm burying it with the camera in the gold bag. Eventually gonna try to hide it.
Oh no! You need to be taught the spell. It's all right. There is a spell that will allow you to hide that, but there is a basic level spell you need to be taught first.
Oh. I think maybe I'll leave the knife behind and I'll take the camera and leave the gold as well. Just the camera and a couple extra rolls of film.
There's plenty of places in the school you might be able to hide the gold, or there could be some very rich elves later. You're just not sure which way that could go.
Yeah. Might as well stay on the safe side and leave it in their mansion.
Yeah. You have a room that gets assigned to you by Jim. It's a pretty nice room, and it's got its own bathroom and everything. It's not quite an echo chamber, but it is good size. And the weird thing is that inside of the room, like he says, this is your room. If you have any questions, let me know. And he leaves. Inside
Thanks,
the room,
Jim. I'll tip him. I'll say thanks, Jim, and tip him.
he looks at the money. How much are you tipping him?
Actually, I'll just give him like a small, like, probably 2 gold pieces worth of gold.
He looks at it in confusion and says, thank you, sir. And he takes it and goes. So yeah, mark off 2 gold pieces because that's a lot of fucking money in some places. But one of the weird things is it's about this big. And imagine like a silverish colored coaster, really big, with a button next to it. And it looks like it's irised shut, and it's laying flat, like sitting down. Like imagine a dinner plate on a table, but small, silver colored, flush with the table. And it has a button next to it that you have no idea what it does. And it's in your room.
Oh. I kind of want to press the button. Get it? I'm going to press the button. Yeah.
Right. Give me a dodge roll as the iris snaps open and a fucking sword shoots out of it at fast speed. You're like, ah!
Oh, damn.
Not quite a fumble, but yeah, you definitely you get to discover just how fast your healing is because you got a little gash on the arm and it healed up really quick. So useful side note, in this zone, apparently you heal 1 hit point every combat round, and every combat round's around 5 seconds. So you heal fucking fast here. And then the sword clatters to the ground, and you're looking at it wondering, who would put that here? Why? Why? It looks like a standard fucking sword. It doesn't have a big crossbar or anything, but like a hack European style sword.
So this little trap that was set up, I want to try to re-engage that. Wait, I might not be able to
have a way to re-engage it, and you're poking around. Give me a mechanical repair roll because you find that it's got a big tube and it's got some pneumatics stuff. And what the fuck?
Do I have that? Where would that be under?
Repair mechanical under R.
There we go. Nope, that does not succeed.
You cannot figure out how the fuck this thing works.
Darn.
Yeah. There's just a big old fucking broadsword laying on the ground. Like it doesn't match the decor at all.
It doesn't go with the curtains.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stash the tarot cards I've been getting, or sorry, the postcards I've been getting as well.
Great. You do so. Put them under your pillow or whatever. Yeah. No, there's cabinets. You hide them in the room. There's plenty of little places. The room is very clean. No blood splatters, no internal organs, or any of the other shit you kind of expected to find.
Nice.
Yeah. Weird.
And then I'll return to the group.
No problem. Let's see. Both of you guys, give me spot hidden at -30.
Yep.
Cards in the way.
He has a very small cut on his shirt with a single drop of blood. Nobody says shit about it. Right, moving on. What?
Before leaving here, Logan, the priestess tarot card, I'm going to scan and get a printout of it from the multi-function printer we got.
Great. Done. You have a wonderful printout. I'm assuming you stashed the card. You stashed the card here with your other cards.
Yes.
And you've got a printout of it. Great.
Yes.
Color. High def. Lovely.
Yes. So that I can show it to Mildred.
Printer. Yeah, that won't cause her to fucking lose her shit.
Exactly.
In fact, you know what?
That's why I don't want to show her the card, because she might try and take it off me and rip it up.
You've missed a beat here, Pete. If I was you, I would blow it up to life size and then put a picture up in her room.
above her bed.
Oh, that's a card for Matt there. If you wish to do that, it'll require you or Jim going out to a printer, but you can get that done.
Sorry,
have
so
it
do you want to put it
framed.
above her bed here, or do you want to get something to take back with us and get Ollie to put it up above her dorm bed?
We should get multiple copies and put them up everywhere. This is revenge for the fucking lockpicks, Yana.
I thought it was going to be revenge for burning your bed.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Just so you know, Jordan, this campaign's version of PvP. They don't attack each other. They fuck with each other through the different game sessions. So next time Yana's playing, guess what she runs into?
So is that sword an example of that?
You have no idea. You'd have to ask them about that.
Okay.
That seemed to
Why
be
was there
standard.
a trap set up in the room
What do you mean
of
trap?
a
What sort of
broadsword?
trap? Oh, that's in case you need a sword in a hurry for combat, because of the whole Highlander quickening.
Shit. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm better with daggers.
If you look around this room, you'll probably find 4 locations with a similar setup in a couple of the tables and in the wall.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
And also, even in the in our car, in our limousine, there's at least 1 or 2 that drop from the ceiling. Just press the button.
Yeah, I did press the button.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone presses the button.
It's all right. Just leave the sword lying there by it, and Jim or somebody will reset it.
Okay.
We'll fix it.
All right. So we're getting blue tack and large and poster size things of the tarot card, are we?
Done. You guys get them speedily made. It's amazing how fast they'll make them for extra fucking money and personalized tips to the people actually working there. They're like, well, I have a lot of jobs. Cha-ching. Fuck them. I get 500. Yeah, sure. Cha-ching. Yeah. Okay. You have like 10 life-size roll-up posters that are and blue tack to boot.
I would just like to probably the most influential information I know to Jordan about this game. And that is, Jordan, if Logan likes the idea, if he thinks it's funny and it's like messing with other PCs, he will make it happen in the game.
Okay.
So in other words, you got to keep that in mind, because if there's stuff that he's like, I'm not saying it's like biased, but in a way it is. It's like they're fucking with another PC. This will get done. It will get done.
Don't need to make rolls. Don't have to do it. It just happens. Happens quickly.
Good to know.
None of this. Make a strength roll to drag the bed out into the street and set on fire. No, you drag it out and set it on fire.
You're fucking with another PC.
They were constantly fucking. Well, wait, that was Yana doing that to you guys. Never mind.
Yeah.
That makes me want to start thinking up the craziest pranks I can think of.
Yep.
Pranking the other PCs is always good, but the neat thing is that you will find yourself working with other groups if you play long enough. And sometimes you'll be like, well, I did play with Matt and Pete and they were great, but I'm available on this day and there's a couple guys I don't know. And then you'll play with them. And then you'll find that you are the bringer of information from this group to that group. And they'll be like, hey, do you know anything about this? And what's this mean and shit? And you'll be like, oh, I was with them and this is what happened and shit. And that's information gets disseminated by the PCs going to different groups from time to time.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're actually joining a gaming group of about 15 to 20 people now.
Okay. Just curious how many players there were.
All right.